Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for May of 2020. We've got Mercury, Venus, and Mars for you, also new and full moons, starting with Mercury, right Julia?
Right. So Mercury is the planet of communication, and on May 11th, it's going to be entering your seventh house of partnership. So the seventh house represents all one-to-one relationships. So during this month and during this transit, you might do your best thinking with one other person to bounce ideas off of. It's also a good transit if you're looking to consult with anybody, like a lawyer or any type of consultants, because they're also ruled by the seventh house. Then on May 12th, Venus, the planet of relationships, goes retrograde in your seventh house. And anytime a planet goes retrograde, it's a time for us to review things. And with Venus in the seventh, that means that you might be reviewing whether your partnership is really fulfilling your general partnership needs very well. You might be kind of going over whether that other person compliments you the way that they should. And if you're single, then you might be really spending a lot of time thinking about what you want in your next relationship. Then on May 12th, Mars enters your fourth house of family and home. And wherever we have Mars is where we have more activity and more drive. So you're going to be really expelling a lot of energy on the home front. It's a very good transit for any work you need to do at home, whether it's working from home or working to fix things around the house. But it also can be a little bit conflict prone in terms of the people that you live with, whether it's family or whether it's just housemates or a partner. Then on May 28th, Venus enters Cancer, which is your eighth house. Let me back up. Mercury, again, the planet of communication and thinking, enters your eighth house. And the eighth house is a very hidden, very sort of probing house because it's the house of Scorpio. So your mind may be turned on sort of more trying to read between the lines of things. And if you have any type of investigation or research that you need to do, then that's a very good time for it.
Well, I'm seeing a couple of moons happening this month, beginning with on May 7th, a full moon that's happening in Scorpio, right here in your 12th house, Sagittarius, opposite the Sun and Mercury in Taurus in your 6th house. So the Scorpio full moon is the most emotionally intense one of the year. And it can have a very sort of controlling vibe to it. And because it falls in your 12th house of the unconscious, I think it really makes sense to be as aware as possible of all of the feelings that you're having and try not to have any unspoken, hidden, unacknowledged agendas going on. Like if you feel like you want to have control over your partner or your job, then say so and work it out from there. But don't let that stuff fester. The opposition to Mercury and the Sun there in your 6th house might well bring these themes into the workplace. And in the workplace, of course, you want to be rational, you want to be stable and solid, so you're going to have to balance those strong emotions that might have you feeling out of control instead of stable. Because that's not necessarily the truth. It might just be a feeling, and you don't want to blow it over a feeling, right? Now, the other moon that's happening comes up on the 22nd, and that is a new moon happening in Gemini right here in your 7th house. And the 7th house, as you can see, is a really full and busy arena this month. That's the domain of partnership in general, and it's really the contractual side of partnership. The side of partnership where we know that we're in a partnership together, we agree on it, what its nature is, what its structure is, the container of it, as opposed to the 8th house, which is the deep hidden parts of relationship, and that's for next month. So the partnership themes really dovetail well with this new moon, which is about communication. In fact, I'm calling it words are the seeds that grow into communities. So how you communicate under this new moon can really make a difference in terms of planting seeds in your partnership and with your words to grow friendships and networks really of all kinds. So be careful where and how you plant those good communications this month. And remember that you'll feel the effects of a moon, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, for about the 3 days surrounding the precise date of the moon itself. Now, if you were thinking about a reading, I think a lifelong love reading about relationships, whether you're in one or not, is really the right choice because of all that activity in your seventh house of partnership. And we're here, we're still operating, pandemic aside. We'll see you on Zoom, and we're really happy to do that for you. So I think that's all we have for you. You can always find these horoscopes on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, organized by month. You'll find news videos there as well, and you'll find the news of the month on our monthly forecast page on our website, Pandora Astrology. And until next time, until next month, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Bye.